Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. 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 It's your boy from the top of the tube. The zenith of YouTube. It's your bro over here is reminding you that you too could become the god of YouTube. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a lovely day. And I'm just here to remind you that you too could be at the zenith of YouTube if you so wish and put in a little bit of effort. You just might be the one, the chosen, highly selected, highly anointed, chosen. Top of the tube. Good morning, brothers and sisters. It's about time we hit this YouTube scene hard. That's the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. You've got what it takes. Underneath the layers of doubt, untapped reserves of power, these newspapers and TV and all these screens made you forgot. You've forgotten the essence. And now I'm here to remind you that you too can become the zenith of YouTube. Hey, if any one of us could become anything they ever wanted at any given time, if they just put enough work and effort and a little bit of pep into their step, then how about a high value, highly selected, highly anointed, highly chosen individual? How about a billionaire dandy Sigma male? What if he put a little bit of pep into that step? If a person like that stepped to the cause and put that pedal to the metal, what kind of heights will he be able to reach? I'm just here to remind you that you are that billionaire, debonair, dandy man at the zenith of YouTube. A new generation of young, strong content creators and influencers are only now starting to climb up the tube. Will you be one of those who make it to the zenith? A new generation of young, strong content creators and influencers are only now starting to climb up that tube. Will you be one of those who make it to the zenith of YouTube? Are you one of the high value, highly selected, highly anointed, chosen individuals? Are you a debonair billionaire? Are you a debonair billionaire? Are you a debonair billionaire dandy man? Are you a debonair billionaire dandy man with a master plan? Are you a debonair billionaire dandy man with a master plan? Could you become a debonair billionaire dandy man with a master plan? The divine dandy masculine. Do you have what it takes to become the strongest GIOVANNI? Do you have what it takes to become the strongest GIOVANNI? Write your own story. Vlog your own story. Film your own story. This is my tube. 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 This is my tube, and you're all just a part of it. The tube will swallow you in the end. The tube will swallow all of you in the end. The tube will consume you in the end. The tube will make short work of you. You'll see how you feel once you go through the bowels of the tube. You'll see how you feel once you go through the bowels of the tube. I shall acknowledge your anointment and tenderness to an extent, for it must have taken great resources of sexual control. The bowels of the tube. I shall acknowledge your anointment and tenderness to an extent, for it must have taken great resources of sexual control in order to gain such a glow up, to become so good looking, to become so handsome. I shall acknowledge your anointment and tenderness to an extent, for it must have taken great resources of sexual control in order to achieve such a glow up. But we'll see just how much of that adventurous spirit of yours remains after having gotten digested by the tube. Do you have what it takes to defeat the Illuminati? Have you got what it takes to defeat the Illuminati? Have you got what it takes to defeat the Illuminati? Have you got what it takes to climb out the tube? Have you got what it takes to claw your way up the tube? Finally find your way to the top in order to defeat the Illuminati. What will you do if you manage to go all the way and it's just the Illuminati at the top? What if you finally manage to claw your way to the top and it's just another Illuminati puppet waiting for you? What if you manage to claw your way to the top and it's just another Illuminati puppet waiting for you up there?
Hey, tuber, right? I see plenty of folks come and go, they go up the tube, they fall down. I see many of y'all come and go up and down the tube. Hey you, tuber, right? I can tell the way you were looking straight at that lens, right? The way you were filming yourself and talking to that camera all alone. I see tubers come and go. I'll be here at the root of the tube. 3rd generation tuber. Me, I was born in the bowels of big hair as long as I can remember. Yeah, but Mum and Pops was YouTubers and I'm a 3rd generation YouTuber, you know, but I never wanted to make a channel, you know, because I see the way these guys go up and down and, you know, it's pretty brutal. Smart people learn from other people's experience, right? So my dad always told me he's a professional life coach. I was trying to be more smarter. Now this place called the Rim is the entrance to the bowels, dude. Yeah, I know it's a little bit nasty, but yeah, you get used to it when you're born into the environment. I sort of adapted, you could say. Well, you know, sometimes it gets a little busy in the bowels, you know, when new rules and community guidelines get into effect and a whole bunch of channels get deleted. You know, it all just kind of sprinkles down the tube and
gets processed through the bowels and finally falls off the rim, and sometimes reigns for a couple of days straight with these community rules and guidelines get changed. People can't always adapt necessarily. They got all kinds of content on their channels and just get swiped out. There's not much you can do, dude. So just make a new channel, of course. I've seen plenty of these second timers and third timers and even fourth timers and veterans just trying to build from scratch anew, and it's like their fan base might not even know they've got a new channel. It's sad. It's sad to see these things happen, but they knew what the risks were when they started climbing. You're gonna get all kinds of post-traumatic strikes. The tube really is a merciless device, but it's also holds so much promise, and it's pretty much the only way for a regular Joe on the down low to get up to the zenith, get to those Illuminati circles. If they're so inclined, I mean, I don't know if that's the truth, to be honest, but I've heard rumors. Just living at the rim for almost 3 decades of your whole lifespan, well, you're gonna hear some stuff, okay? Let's just say I've had my fair share of tube drama spoon-fed to me by these, these people passing through. Just natural course of events. I happen to be here at the sort of grassroots of things, and I'm not that bad off. I mean, I've had work my whole life with just a bit of a therapist for these fallen tubers, and hey, sometimes things work out just fine. I can offer them a little piece of advice that'll put them in the straight and narrow again, climbing up that tube and off they go. But sometimes it's like, I look into these guys and gals' eyes and I see that they being thoroughly spooked by someone or something. But I ain't looking to find out. I'm not climbing up there. I've seen the way these people fall. I ain't looking to get on that slide.
Shall acknowledge your handsomeness and beauty to an extent, for it must have taken great reserves of sexual control in order to become such a hunk. I shall acknowledge your beauty and handsomeness, for it must have taken great reserves of sexual control in order to become such a hunk. I will admit you have become man candy dandy, but we'll see just how much of your good looks remains after having been digested by the tube. I will admit you have become man candy dandy, but we'll see just how much of your good looks remains after having become digested by the tube. Man candy dandy. I will admit you have become man candy dandy, but
We'll see just how much of your good looks remains after having become digested by YouTube. I will admit you have become somewhat of a man candy dandy, but we'll see just I will admit you have become a muscle-bound Sigma man candy dandy. I will admit you have become a muscle-bound Sigma man candy dandy, but you're still a far cry from being a debonair billionaire. We'll see just how much of your good looks remains after having become digested by the tube. Hunk. Muscle-bound Sigma hunk. You will never be selected. Your value will never be high enough. You will never be selected. Your value will never be high enough. You will never retain enough semen to reach the levels of anointment needed in order to take down the Illuminati. You may be capable of retaining enough for yourself to resist the Illuminati, but you will never be able to retain enough to save the others. You may very well be capable of retaining a certain amount for yourself, but you will never be anointed enough to save the others. You may very well be capable of retaining a certain amount for yourself in order to resist the Illuminati, but you will never be anointed enough in order to save the others and defeat the Illuminati. You may have become ripped and jacked, but you will never be anointed enough to take us down.